was good, Joe, and like I said, there was a few guys in the lineup, younger players I did not know, and I just wanted to go out and feel good and, you know, try and build on something that I had when I started in Round Rock to start earlier. I got through that. I was real tentative there because I wanted to get to my first start with the big club.
Makoviak, the hitter now. Makoviak hit a double his first time and scored a run. Roger, your next start is Tuesday in Detroit, and the Tigers have the best record in the majors. Is that something that kind of inspires you in terms of preparing for the start?
Yeah, John, I should have looked at the schedule a little better, I guess. You know,
well, I think the problem the other day you ran into Liriano, you know, because I thought you pitched well enough to win the ball game, but again they were shut out as they were 9 times last year when you pitched.
Well, I know, and I think it's me. These guys are telling me it's me, so I think Roy and Andy are the happiest guys in the world now that I'm back in that slot, so I can get those zeros and see what happens.
Well, you got shut out 9 times last year. I think there is something to that.
I told you it's me. It happened in the World Games, too, so I know it's my fault.
Roger Clemens is here with us as Makoviak is put away. How about your guy tonight, Roy Oswald? He looks pretty good.
He's awesome. I love watching this kid pitch. He's one of the ones that I'd pay to watch, and you know, he just gets out there and takes it and throws it, and he never complains. He's a lot of fun to watch.
And how about your buddy Andy Pettit? I mean, he's struggled up till now.
Well, he's going to get better. You know, he did the same thing a little bit last year, and then he went on a tear the second half, and that's what we're looking for.
How about the body? How's your body feel after that start?
Body feels good, Joe. It's bouncing back, so
all right.
We'll see what happens.
All right, thanks a lot, Rod.
Tuesday in Detroit. Roger Clemens, many thanks. All right. 3 up and 3 down. When we come back, we'll visit with Ozzie Guillen from the White Sox dugout. Back in 60 with Ozzie Guillen.
Celebrate. Enjoy. Remember, isn't it time to say I love you? For every milestone, every memory, every moment, make it last forever. Riddle's Jewelry.
Did you know there's no such thing as Canadian bacon in Canada? Scotland Yard is located in England, and French toast was invented in New York. So you shouldn't be too surprised that all 3 of these big Toyota models are assembled right here in the United States. In Indiana, actually. Just in case you want to look smart at a party.
Lease a new Tundra double cab for just $249 a month. Toyota, a smart way to keep moving forward.
Astros 6, White Sox 1, top of the 6th inning here in Chicago. And we're joined now by Ozzie Guillen, the manager of the Chicago White Sox. And Ozzie, welcome to Sunday Night Baseball.
Thank you very much.
Ozzie, you guys have won 9 in a row. You know, what has been the biggest surprise during that 9-game stretch?
Well, I think on the starting rotation, we started throwing the ball real well. I think we struggle right now. I think we have a little problem, but all starting rotation pitch the way they should be pitching, and that's why we winning game right now.
Well, Vasquez looked like he has good stuff, but he made a couple of bad pitches, 0-2 to Lamb, and he hung a curveball to Preston Wilson. But other than that, he seems to be throwing the ball pretty well.
Well, he's been throwing the ball well all year long. I think he make a couple of bad pitches to the wrong people, and I think the way in the summer the ball's flying here in Chicago, you know, this ballpark shrink, but I think Javi's been pitching real well.
Hey, and your bullpen's a little short tonight because David Risky starts his suspension today. So how many innings do you need to get out of Vasquez tonight?
Hopefully we can get 7, but I'm always concerned about pitch count. But I think we have a couple guys there rest. We have McCarthy and Montero ready to go to get some innings.
All right, Ozzie, many thanks.
All right, guys.
Ozzie Guillen, the manager of the Chicago White Sox. Here's Preston Wilson leading it off against Vasquez, and that is a called strike. Vasquez gave up 2 runs and 3 hits in the first inning, and then he settled in, but all of a sudden it all came crashing down around him in that 5th inning, and all 4 of the runs scored after 2 were down as Preston Wilson is thrown out. He's thrown 87 pitches for the game. The White Sox generally, I think, Joe, are geared for the starter going at least 7 innings or more. That's the way the bullpen is set up.
Well, and then that's the key. I mean, the White Sox go to the bullpen when they want to, not when they have to, and that's been the reason for their success, I think, especially the last half of last year through the World Series and also so far this year.
Osmus deep into center field and caught. Makoviak running that one down. He's out in center field right now. The other center fielder, the regular in center field, Anderson, is serving the final game of his suspension here tonight for his role in the Michael Barrett, A.J. Przinsky set to here in the interleague game between the White Sox and Cubs. And Makoviak actually looks pretty good out there.
I was going to say, he got a great jump on that ball, John, and he went back, and that's a tough ball straight over your head, but he got a great jump, and he got back there quickly.
Adam Everett now takes a strike. You know, I asked Makoviak, he's a former Pittsburgh Pirate, how much center field he's played. He said he was always a shortstop. He was signed as a shortstop. And he said one day in Pittsburgh about 4 seasons ago, his manager, Lloyd McClendon, put him in the lineup in center field. And he went to say, wait a minute, I'm in center field. What's going on? He says, yeah, is that any problem for you? He says, well, yeah, I've never played there. I think Lloyd McClendon was right, though. He looks pretty good in center. A 5-pitch inning there for Vasquez. Now the top of the order with the White Sox. Pasetnik, Iguchi, and Jim Thome. The White Sox down by 5.
Meet Kate and Edward Lipkins, investors.
I'm a math teacher.
I teach French.
And we weren't keeping on top of our investments.
We had a broker, but
he always recommended stuff from his company.
So now we invest on our own.
And I've picked some good investments.
Who we've picked.
TD Ameritrade offers stocks, bonds, and mutual funds from third-party companies and independent ratings and research to help you choose.
Independence is the spirit that drives America's most successful investors.
T-Mobile announces our most win-ever minutes ever. Is 1,500 enough for the biggest talkers? Let's find out.
It's a sprawling ranch. Do you like ranching? Any closet is a walk-in closet if you try hard enough. That third fire might have been arson, but that kid's gone to prison. Sylvia, hi. Who's my big seller? Someone here's a big seller. I'm going to tell you, it's a buyer's market. It is a seller's market, baby. Hello? Hold on. Who are you? A celebrity dies in your house? That's a landmark. No, I'm not drinking.
Introducing our most win-ever minutes ever. 1,500 minutes, just $39.99.
T-Mobile. Go ahead. Talk it up.
I went in for something sweet and found something sweeter.
At what point does a car do more than take you from point A to point B? When does it come to life? When does it become your co-conspirator? When does a car become more than just a car? Introducing the all-new 268 horsepower Toyota Camry. It's time to move forward.
ESPN's Sunday Night Baseball, presented by Taco Bell. Brought to you by Nexium. Learn more about Nexium at purplepill.com. And State Farm. Great service and great rates. You can get it all from State Farm.
Astros 6, White Sox 1, last of the 6th inning from Chicago. And this White Sox ball club, with the great offense this year, they've come back several times from big deficits, including yesterday. They were down by 4 runs late in the game, and Joe Creedy hit a grand slam to tie it. They won it finally in the 10th. And so here is Scott Pasetnik to lead off in the 6th inning, trying to get aboard in front of the power hitters. And Peter Gammons, this White Sox ball club, adding Jim Thome this year, and although they won it all last year, offensively it's a different kind of a group.
It is. Paul Konerko said that there's a very different personality to this team than the team of last year. Now, he said the team did evolve last year, but if you remember, up until the playoffs, they were scrapping, winning a lot of one-run games, really a grinding season. Then they took off in the playoffs and hit like crazy. But he said now this year, with the addition of Thome, with Joe Creedy coming into his own, they've really almost become like a MASH team. They go out and they just wail and just think, you know what, we can score 10 runs every night. And he said it's a very different personality and swagger than they had at this time last year.
Well, and it's certainly borne out on the field because they're leading the majors in offense this year, nearly 6 runs a game. Last year they were 13th in the major, just the middle of the pack offensive ball club. And that is called strike 3. Pacetta did not like the call. One away. White Sox last year, they actually had a one-game better record at this time last year, but they're averaging a full run per game more now than they did then, and they've hit several more home runs, 17 more home runs than last year. Here is Iguchi, and a high pop fly, shallow right. Berkman calls off the second baseman Burke, and Lance Berkman takes it in shallow right. Iguchi is promptly retired. 2 down.
Well, John, I think success breeds confidence, and these guys were successful last year under the big spotlight, and I think they're more relaxed, and everything is just falling into place for them. And of course, they added the big batter Jim Thome to this lineup, so that's one of the reasons that, you know, they are a much better team this year than they were last year, even though their record is not as good. But I think the other teams in their division have improved. I mean, look at Detroit. I mean, they're a much better team. Even Minnesota at this point is playing well. So I think that's one of the reasons that their record is not as good this year as it was last year.
So the curveball to Thome, 1 ball and 1 strike. And even so, I mean, it's really almost a push. I mean, as great as they were, 51-24 is an extraordinary record. If they win tonight, they're 50-25, so it's virtually the same.
They're going to have trouble winning tonight. Even though they've been coming back from big deficits, they haven't been coming back against the likes of Roy Oswalt, and he was throwing well from the beginning of this ball game.
Well, you know, I think this is a big start for Oswalt because they need a win, number 1,
right,
and to avoid being swept and all of that kind of thing. Next ball, strike 3. He retires this side in order. He has retired 10 in a row. He has struck out Thome 3 times tonight. We head to the 7th inning.
Auto Week proclaims the bar has been raised. This bar is called the M, and it's from a company called Infinity.
Now, thanks to AOL, you can have all the speed you need and more. Imagine great AOL service together with a true broadband connection. That's AOL High Speed. Enjoy the best of the web with easy setup and the most comprehensive set of safety and security tools. That's the AOL High Speed experience, all for as low as $25.90 a month. So, what are you waiting for? Go online now or call 1-866-NEED-AOL.
Let's say I retire at 64.
At 60.
58.
Let's say I leave my job in 5 years and start teaching.
We help the kids buy their first house.
Let's say healthcare costs double.
We hold off tapping into our 401k.
What would that look like?
Welcome to Envision with Wachovia Securities, a way of working with our financial advisors that starts with your life and plans your money around it. Are you with Wachovia?
I hope I said that right. I'm Matt Tucker. Welcome to America.
Oh, your Chinese is good.
I worked on it all morning.
Infinity has shaken up the sports sedan world, claims Road and Track. The M. From a company called Infinity.
This July, you'll cheer their performances, but that's just the half of it. Follow the journey to stardom, on stage and off. The One, Making a Music Star, premieres Tuesday, July 18th, only on ABC.
Sunday Night Baseball from Chicago. And Javier Vasquez, he and the White Sox down 6-1 as he delivers ball 1 to Willie Taveras. Here's the Lowe's home team advantage. And the White Sox, U.S. Cellular Field, has been a great home field for them. They are 29-10 in this ballpark this year. Tonight, another sellout crowd, the 19th sellout they've had at home this year. And not this time. Makoviak's going to have to chase that one. Taveras with great speed. He's not stopping at second. Here comes the relay by Cintrone. Three for triple for Taveras. And that was some speed.
Well, again, he adds an element that they do not have, forgetting that this is a triple, but the stolen base, the running the base as well. He's a threat anytime he's at bat. And this ball is in the gap. And once it gets past Makoviak, it's almost straightaway center field. I mean, it's going to be a long relay. But anytime you have a long relay with a guy like Tavares, you're not going to be able to get him.
The throw actually came in and it hit him. You know, that was not a sure thing triple either. I mean, he came out of the box thinking triple. And right through the drawn-in infield for Biggio. This time he brings home the runner from third, and it is 7-1 Houston. Biggio's second hit of the game. Seven to 1 Astros. That's their ninth hit, and Cooper calls the bullpen. They've got warm-up activity going on already down there. Maybe checking to see if he's ready. Vasquez now at 93 pitches for the game. He only had a 5-pitch 6th inning. There is Agustin Montero, the right-hander, warming up in the Chicago bullpen. Remember, the Astros yesterday lost a 4-run lead. It was the third time this year that they had lost a game in which they led by at least 4 runs 3 times, which is kind of extraordinary for a contending team to have that in a full season. The Astros, in fact, the last 2 years lost only 3 such games in the 2 years combined, much less half a season.
Well, you have to remember they had lights out Lidge before, so if they could get the lead to Lidge, they were not going to lose it. So far this year, he has struggled.
The right side, Konerko was holding against Biggio, and Biggio's going to go to third base. The ball juggled out there by Dye. But Biggio is going to third anyway. So Mike Lamb, who had the 2-run homer his last time, gets his second hit.
One of the problems with throwing a changeup to a left-handed hitter with a runner at first base is that hole opens up over there, and it's easy to pull the ball. And that was a changeup, and he just pulled it in the right field.
Well, it's earlier than he was hoping for, but Ozzie Guillen, with his club down 7-1, is going to bring in Montero. With runners at first and third, a run in. Burke up, Berkman on deck. We'll be back.
With sludge in your engine, it feels like something's holding your car back.
Let me guess, 16.
Yeah. That's why there's Castrol GTX. Compared to leading oils, it's the best protection against thermal breakdown and maximum protection against sludge buildup. Don't let sludge hold your car back. Get Castrol GTX.
It's more than just oil. It's liquid engineering.
Somewhere in the world, we've buried a one-of-a-kind Volvo XC90. Find it, and it's yours. Inspired by Disney's new movie, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. Get a treasure map at a Volvo dealership and join the hunt.
The wheel goes round and round, we keep it moving, and they don't slow down. The wheel goes round and round, we keep it moving. Round and round. The wheel goes round and round, keep it moving. Oh, yeah. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. The wheel goes round and round, round and round, goes round and round.
Take care of your projects without taking away from your family time during Lowe's Installation Celebration. Right now, buy select over-the-range microwaves, window air conditioners, garage door openers, storm doors, or ceiling fans and get Lowe's basic installation for only $59. Get 20% off all Stainmaster carpet plus free pad with installation. Use your Lowe's card and pay nothing for 12 months on any purchase of $299 or more now through July 9th. Hurry into Lowe's Installation Celebration. Your family will be glad you did. Lowe's. Let's build something together.
ESPN Sunday Night Baseball, presented by Taco Bell. We're in Chicago. World champion White Sox taking it on the chin so far against the National League champion Astros. 7-1 Houston. Astros trying to do something that they didn't do at all in the World Series last year, nor so far this weekend. Beat the White Sox. Agustin Montero right over the head of Burke, and it hits the backstop. Biggio came halfway home and then thought better of it as the ball rebounded halfway back to Brzezinski. The runner, Lamb, does go to second base. Biggio thought about going home, then thought better of it. Now that was a wild pitch, Joe.
Yes, Biggio, I think, did the right thing because with no one out, you don't want to get thrown out at the plate. That was a fastball right at the head of Chris Burke.
Agustin Alcantara Montero on the pitch from the Dominican Republic. Infield comes in now, and he misses badly with that one. He's a guy without much big league experience, but he's not necessarily a young guy, 28 years old. And he has made a lot of stops in a lot of minor league cities. Well, now had he been throwing strikes, he might have gotten the call on that one.
He has good movement on that fastball.
That one didn't look too bad, maybe around the inside corner. 3-0. The infield is in. Lance Berkman on deck. And he comes in to walk Burke, and now Lance Berkman, the Astros' best hitter, is coming up with the bases loaded.
And that's the second time Burke has walked in front of him. Take a look at Lance Berkman's swing. He has good weight shift. Now watch this. He doesn't clear his hips like we've seen from, say, Jim Thome. He hits against a firm front side, and that's what helps generate the bat speed. His back foot actually comes off the ground a little bit, and that also helps keep the bat level a little longer. Guys that end up on their back leg, they become an uppercut swinger at one point during the swing. But what he was doing there, he kept everything right in sync.
The Astros with a chance to blow this one wide open now. In the left field corner, Posednik. Biggio tagging up at third. Posednik has it. Here comes Biggio. And it's another RBI for Berkman, his third of the game, number 68 of the year. 8-1 Houston.
Well, I'm going to show you the difference between, say, we saw Berkman there. His hips do not rotate completely. And watch Thome. His hips will rotate all the way around like he's in a barrel like a golfer. Watch this. Everything stays right there. Now watch his body. It'll just rotate all the way around. Let it go. All the way around, he stays in the same spot. It's just like he rotates around his body, which allows him to get his hands through.
Now the White Sox, Ozzie seemed to think something might be wrong with Montero. And there's Herm Schneider, the veteran White Sox trainer. Herm Schneider out with Montero. And they saw something there that didn't look quite right, apparently. And apparently he's convinced them that he's okay. But umpire Angel Hernandez out there as part of the discussion. A manager's allowed to go out to talk about a pitcher's physical condition without it being attributed as a trip to the mound. He's only allowed one trip to the mound. The second trip in the same inning, he's going to have to remove the pitcher.
Well, he wanted to make sure he was asking him about an injury rather than asking him, if he felt okay, throwing the ball.
Bullpen stays quiet.